Hey everyone, so this is kind of an end of summer update since I ended up missing the normal 5,000 mile interval that I try to go by for videos. So this car is just about to cross 246,000 miles. I'm going to round up in the title because I'm only about, I think 60 miles away. So I'm going to cheat a little bit there, but this was quite the summer for this car. So I ended up putting on about 8,000 miles in 3.5 months. So I drove this car a lot. And unfortunately, I can't say it was entirely problem free. We actually had to do the biggest repair I think we've ever had to do, or most expensive. The catalytic converter ended up going out in this car, and that was actually on the way back from a trip down to Nashville and Chattanooga. So that added some excitement. The check engine light came on about for the last 40 minutes of the trip. So I guess that could have been worse, so I can't really complain too much there. And the other big update is actually inside, so I can open up the door. So I thought that the steering wheel leather was cracking, but it actually is dirty, which is honestly disgusting that I never tried to clean it. But as you can tell, this leather is all totally good. So I put a leather cleaner and conditioner on it. I spent honestly way too much time because I didn't know how to do it at first. So then I cleaned this off and it's all mostly clean. It's a little bit shiny still. And then over here, I think I may have ruined the leather a little bit because I wasn't sure exactly how to clean it at first, and I was just using water and it kind of scratched up the leather. But I cannot tell you how much nicer the steering wheel is. I honestly thought that I was gonna have to replace the whole wheel. So this is a huge upgrade. I ended up, which I think I covered in the last update, I put some conditioner, or not conditioner, some what is it, like UV protectant kind of coating on the dashboard, but it's still cracked some more. It's brought up to here now, so that's not great. Again, as long as it stays like that, I can deal with that. It's not the end of the world. This got some more cracks in it right here, which again, not the end of the world. I ended up also conditioning the leather seats the first time, which you probably can't, let's see if we can get a better angle. You probably can't tell a difference, but they do feel nicer. So then this isn't quite cracking as bad as I thought. This is more just like flaking. Now this stuff is kind of doing the same thing, which I didn't notice till I cleaned it. But honestly, for 246,000 miles, that seat is not bad at all. I also cleaned the passenger seat up. I guess I can pop the hood too, because I actually cleaned the engine bay, which some of you guys, if you're a little bit, not OCD, but if you like to keep your cars clean, I'm sure the engine bay kind of bothered you guys, but the engine cover is now clean. So those are the big updates. I can kind of do a walk around of the car quick. The back seat, it's the same. There's no really big updates in here. The rust, I think, is about the same there. Now I did notice, and unfortunately, the lower parts of the doors over here are starting to rust. And that's not great, just because that also is inside the door, but it's only on the passenger side, so that's not really ideal. You can't really see it over here, but this side's starting to do the same thing. So hopefully the rust doesn't get too much worse, because I'd like this car to last. I also ended up touching up the headlights using, it was what's it called, I think it was McGuire's headlight coating, which it's not ideal. I didn't get the best results because the headlights are kind of, I don't know if you can tell, the bug marks almost ate through the coating, so that kind of sucks. But I'm not sure if I ended up getting a bad batch or what. But otherwise, this car I think is still holding up really well for 246,000 miles. Honestly, I would trust it to go on another huge road trip. I would not hesitate for a second. I put on a ridiculous amount of miles. I've not driven this car this much ever, and it's gonna get a nice little break because I'm actually going up to school today, so it should be parked for a while. But yeah, so it's now all washed and waxed up and basically ready to sit outside and get dirty again. I can start it up and give you guys a final mileage check, and I think I'll leave it off at there. So then 245,962, which I think actually going up to school today will cross to 246,000. So here she goes. All right, yep, so then again, just the catalytic converter. Oh, also the brakes ended up warping again, and they replaced the rotors for what, the second time, and then right now the back rotors I'm pretty sure are warped again, but I'm just gonna wait and see if they get worse since I have a warranty on them. But otherwise, still love this car. Really hoping it makes it for another 2 more years. I don't have any doubts that it will. And I'll catch you guys later. So if you have any questions, leave a comment below. Thanks. And here's something that I should explain quick. So I think the reason why the brake rotors keep warping is because our mechanic ended up putting not very good aftermarket quality brakes on this car. Because my dad, who has the same platform car, RX330, he ended up getting what they said were nicer brakes than mine. So that I think is why I don't think there's anything wrong with the car. Now, the next time we get brakes, we'll see if that proves me wrong, but just figured I would clarify that a little bit. Thanks.